It's Tuesday. I hate Tuesdays! You know what else I hate? Everything. But today we're not going to talk about stuff I hate, we're going to talk about awesome. But item number one, no video yesterday because it was Labor Day and I was not going to do any labor for you, so sorry. And I also was burying a pet and that was not fun. So, next thing on the agenda. What I was doing. So I was just watching a video that Daniel Ate the Sandwich did, who, here's a link to it if you want to go check it out, she did with this guy, I can't remember. And I was sitting there watching it, and it wasn't anything that quite stuck out in my mind, but then I was just overwhelmed, for some reason, by how cool it was that they were doing this video, and that they posted on YouTube, and that people are watching it. And it just made me think that, like, oh my gosh, art is amazing. And by art, I mean music, and writing, and painting, and drawing, and sculpture, and multimedia, and, you know, hybridization of different kinds of mediums. And I just was feeling how, it made me feel like how I did the other Monday when I was telling you guys about, like, be where you are, do what you want to do. It just made me think, like, it's so important that we do art, that we have those forms of expression to encapsulate what our culture means to us at our moments in time. I mean, we start from the first signs that we have of art, from hieroglyphics and cave drawings from thousands and thousands of years ago to, you know, modern art now with graffiti art and, you know, digital art and everything people are doing with Photoshop and YouTube videos and all sorts of crazy, insane stuff. And it's so important. I don't like this light. It's so important that we have that. I don't know, it was just blowing my mind. Not that their video was anything that blew my mind, but just the fact that they were doing it and they were being where they wanted to be. They were doing what they wanted to do, and that is so cool that people get to do that and that we live in a place that gives us the freedom to express ourselves however we choose, whether it's anti-political or anti-government or, you know, pro-surfing or pro-pot smoking or whatever. I'm not saying I'm for or against any of these things, but all the different things that we can do with art, we can express ourselves however we feel, and I just think that's so amazing that we can do that. I'm actually reading a book right now, John Gardner's The Art of Fiction. For those who want to be writers, I strongly recommend that you read Art of Fiction. I've only, again, read the first half of it, but it is the best book out there for writing fiction. Best. And a lot of the stuff that he keeps referring to in here, I wish I had a quote to read to you. Here, this one is good. Fiction seeks out truth. Granted, it seeks a poetic kind of truth, universals, not easily translatable into moral codes. You know, I just think that it kind of goes for all of art. He has that kind of, you know, I've only read through half the book, but he has that kind of mentality throughout the entire book that it's, you know, we are expressing these different things, whether there are truths or things that we don't understand or whatever, through writing. And I feel like, you know, that's what all art does, is we explore ourselves and try to find these different things about us that we want to know or need to know or don't understand or whatever it may be. And, you know, art is where we find real truth, because you have philosophy and people talking about, you know, what does it mean to be, and, you know, the ultimate existential question, why, you know, all these different things. And then you have science trying to define everything to the smallest, you know, unit of measurement, to things smaller than atoms and, you know, the particles that make up protons and all these different things that try to define the world, but never get to any answers because they're not really representations of how we feel inside and the things that we experience. And we have art like writing, and we have art like painting. Hold on. We have paintings like this. My friend Tara, hopefully you can see it. I don't know if that's any better. My friend Tara, I asked her to paint me a painting of a scary tree. It was for a Halloween party we were going to have a couple of years ago. And this is what she came up with. I gave her no guidelines, nothing. I said, paint me a scary tree. And she comes up with this beautiful painting that I love. It's like one of my favorite paintings of all time. And what's so great about it is that it's a representation of what she thinks of as being scary, or whatever else she was thinking at the time while she was painting it. And I think it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite paintings that I well, it's like the only painting that I own, but favorite paintings that I've ever seen. I tell her all the time different things for her to paint. Like I told her to paint Dream, and she came up with this beautiful piece that I actually offered to buy from her, and she said no. But still, the fact that she was able to create that is just so awesome to me, and I love it. And art is important because we find out who we are, and we discover truth through art more than any other means whatsoever, even more than religion. I don't know, I'm very religious and I have my beliefs, but I feel like art, I'm able to get to know myself better and why I believe the things I do, or helps me discover reasons for believing the things I do. Art is the greatest thing that we have. Better than science, better than philosophy, better than anything else out there, because it just is. So I'm just saying to all of you to create. Whatever it is, I don't care, create it. And if you have something you want to show, let me know about it in comments, or post it as a video response, or whatever it is you want to do, because art is important. It's the only important thing. And that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. By the way, how do you like the HD? I couldn't find my camera, so I ended up using this one. Should I keep doing it? Let me know in comments below if I should stick with HD.